Okay, I think everyone can hear me. I'm the CFO of Datam. I'm the CFO of Datam. I would like to explain on a little bit about technical technology today. To introduce our technology today. Okay. This is basically this one. It's a normal motor whereby it's incorporated this region chip. This region chip is actually, we call it a magic chip. This magic chip is actually patented by United Nations. So it is the only region connective reflective technology in the world right now because it's patented. So there's no one in this world can copy us this. If you do understand about region technology was in the market for the past few years. But however, most of the time, the region technology at this moment is only between 3 to 5% increase of the regeneration. However, with this technology, we could easily say the regeneration can go up to 35 to 50%. I wonder some people are asking me on how does the benefit of this region technology. Let me explain to you. Okay, this component consists of this. Okay, as I mentioned, there is a 1 cm chip inside. It's a magic chip. Okay, and this is the heart of the motor, and this could also be the heart of the jeepney for the time to come. This chip is the heart of motor or the heart of the distribution, whereby it will transform the whole jeepney and also transform the whole tricycle. Okay. We are talking about EV business, which is electric vehicle. With this chip, you'll be able to EV right now. For example, distance one per charge will be 60 to 65 kilometers. This is the normal in general EV per charge. But with using this region technology, your distance can move up to 120 kilometers per charge. And by next year, we are planning to come out with a new technological based on this platform to come out one charge 300 kilometers. Okay? And you must understand that motors normally after 2-3 hours you have to stop. For example, on the highway. This one you can go up to 12 to 15 hours without stopping. And the battery temperature will remain stable. Okay? So, why is it so good about this chip? This chip will not only increase the distance of your charging, your motor, but also increase the lifespan of your battery. If you do understand that battery is the most expensive component of the EV. Therefore, a normal battery may last up to 2 to 3 years. But by using this technology, region cognitive effective technology, it can go up to 5 years, the lifespan of the battery. The other thing that is interesting is this. Your braking system will improve tremendously. Normal braking system, for example, distance of 5 meters could be reduced to 3 meters. Okay? And what we do is that every conversion of EV using this technology, we will be able to monitor the rider and the driver of the jeepney. Okay? So the best plan about this is that we are going to reward and we are going to give a rebate back to every rider who converts this. Every day, 50 pesos every day. We will reward back every rider that uses this technology. Okay? This is the controller. This controller, it moves to our data system in Korea. If you do understand about Datam, Datam is using this region technology as a platform. This platform basically is to reduce carbon reduction, to assist in the climate change emission. So Datam's main core business is climate change emission with United Nations. We are under the leadership group of CTCN and UNFCCC, whereby under UNFCCC, whereby we are the leadership group in this UN. Okay? So this controller, every time there is a braking system from here, every time there is a braking system, you click, it will send to our data center in Korea. Whereby this center, each and every motor riders will be able to monitor, and when we monitor it, by monthly basis, we will send it, the whole data to United Nations, and we will calculate on the reduction of the carbon. Okay? And United Nations will actually credit us back the rewards. Okay? However, I do understand there is some form of issue of in the Philippines, for example, there is an issue of secretive, whereby you are selling your data back to Korea. So what we plan to do is actually we plan to put the data center in the Philippines itself, monitored by Filipinos themselves. Okay? Moving forward for Datam, what we plan to do is to actually set up a manufacturing plant over here, producing 4 components, which I'm going to demonstrate to you later and explain to you. Okay? These 4 components, if you put into the existing motor, it will be able to generate up to 35 to 50%, which I mentioned just now. Okay? So it is important that for Philippine government at this moment, because they did sign the Paris Agreement in 2015. So far the rate of EV in the Philippines is pretty low. The rate is roughly 0.3% only at this moment. However, it is the commitment of the Philippine government by 2035, we'll probably have 30 to 40% of EV converted from gasoline. Because you must do understand that gasoline has to go obsolete very, very soon. Everyone has to go through EV, everyone has to change EV, not only the vehicles, the jeepneys and the tricycle. So it is Datam's commitment right now to do the whole modernization of the jeepney and tricycle in the whole of Philippines. So we are targeting each and every motor, and we are targeting each and every tricycle, and together with jeepney to convert, and including the new ones. You purchase the new ones to use our region technology. Okay? So let me demonstrate to you. This is the stimulator, whereby this is the closest to a motor. There's only no body, but this is the actual motor. Okay? Okay, this is the startup of the engine. This sound is patented by United Nations. So this sound is owned by us. So that nobody can be able to. There's nobody that is able to copy on this sound because it's patented already by United Nations. Okay? So when you see about this, when you accelerate, I think you have to come nearer so that I can show you. Okay. When it's acceleration, you see the acceleration. When I do a soft braking, you see you will recharge back. This is the region technology that I mentioned between 35 to 50%. You see when there's an acceleration, when it brakes, and when it brakes, the region technology recharges back. So that's why the lifespan of the battery will increase. And the best part about this is that you could charge the battery at the pleasure of your home, just like a handphone. You don't need a charging station. That's not mandatory. So at this moment, EV batteries, you need to charge between 5 to... Change battery. Change battery. Is that we introduce the technology so that it would enhance the distribution of the motors in the Philippines. So our major partners is like Honda, Yamaha and Suzuki. These are our major partners in the Philippines. Okay? So for this one, it is important that you must know that Datam is a climate change ambition company. So all the data that we compile, as I mentioned just now, so this IO system will be sent to Korea at this moment. Okay? But moving forward, when we put a manufacturing plant over here, we are planning to put our data center over here. So it will be managed by your fellow Filipinos. Okay? So there's no issue in this sense. So the important thing right now we want to introduce this is that it is a revolutionary technology which you cannot find in the world at this moment. And our Datam team in Korea, doing our research and development, is ever increasing to improve on the current technology right now. So if anybody wants to copy us, we will assure you that we are 2 to 3 steps ahead of them. Okay, that is important. So probably you have to come over here. I'll just do a short demonstration on our stimulator. Okay, this is the battery. This is the battery. This is the tire, and this is the motor. The motor of the battery. This is the IO system, which I showed you, and this is the region technology. You put the right and the left. Okay? Each time, the regeneration it happens normally during acceleration in most cases. But in Datam, region technology, this regeneration will be done during the braking system. Every time you brake, it will regenerate. So this is applicable for Philippine market is because of your heavy volume of vehicles in the Philippines. So each time when you brake, is money. We call it money. Okay? We will credit back to the people, to the each every motor riders, a certain percentage. We are working out on a percentage right now. So when you use this motor, I give you a simple example. The price of this motor is as competitive as any gasoline motor at this moment in Philippines. And I can tell you safely that any motor downstairs right now using gasoline, using regen technology with EV business is even more powerful. Because the moment this regen technology is put inside the motor, which is here and here, there will be a 35 to 50% increase of the torque and the performance of the motor. So this will actually solve the issue of why people are skeptical of using EV. The reason of people at this moment worried about EV is because of the maintenance issue. They feel that there is a lot of hassle and there will be a lot of problems. But we can assure you that regen technology has no issue at all. We have solved this problem. Number two is that, as I mentioned, the motor is only between 60 to 65 kilometers per charge. But moving forward, we have this regen technology that increase up to 120 kilometers. And as I mentioned earlier, by next year, 300 kilometers per charge. That is important. And the most important thing is that everybody says EV motor is underpowered. The issue, because everybody prefers to use gasoline, because gasoline generates more power. But I can tell you easily, with this regen technology, your motor is even more powerful than any gasoline motor in the ground, in the roads right now. Okay? And conclusion, the most important thing, the price of this regen technology together with the motor is as competitive price as the motor sale price today in the Philippines.
Same price.
Okay? Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. All right. Before we give the floor to the media, friends from the media, Datam is in partnership with the Hem Corporation in the Philippines, and they will be representing the Datam here in the Philippines. Before I give the microphone to our friends in the media for some questions, I'd like to acknowledge friends from the TV Inquirer, DCWB, GMA, SMNI, DCRX, Radio Pilipinas, SMNI again, and PPD. What else? And friends from the Daily Tribune, DCGG, Net 25, Remate, DWAD. Right, so we're now giving the floor to our media friends for some questions. And our President, Sir James Lee, can show the answer.
Hello. From SMNI.
Sir, why choose to come to the Philippines with this kind of technology?
필리핀 같은 경우에는 이제 다른 어떤 나라보다 좋은 기회라고 생각합니다. 대부분의 국가들이 지금 기후 변화를 위기로 생각을 하고 있는데 저는 이것을 기회라고 말씀을 드리고 싶습니다. 왜냐하면 산업 발전과 그리고 기후 변화 대응을 동시에 진행했을 때 상당히 좋은 기회라고 생각합니다. 특히 필리핀은 많은 선들을 가지고 있기 때문에 이 부분을 에너지 전환에 좋은 기회를 가질 수 있는 좋은 국가라고 생각합니다.
change is normally described as a major crisis and is popular of this world that it is our responsibility to save Mother Earth. However, apart from social responsibility to climate changes on our part, it can be an opportunity to not only the stakeholders but the entire population. The Philippines can play a bigger role than any other country because of the demographic. This should be pursued by government policy together, such as, since the Philippines has many islands, making a policy to develop into a green and environmentally friendly industry. For example, you can create a landmark for the microgrid and ESS industries.
Sir, is there any plan to present this technology to the government?
이 정부를 위해서 그 프로젝트를 진행할 준비가 되어 있고 또는 이 나라의 탄소 감축 국가 목표를 핵심적으로 줄일 수 있는 좋은 제안을 준비를 해가지고 왔습니다.
We are ready to do this project with the government in the Philippines, and we are here with many good proposals to achieve the naturally determined contributions in the Philippines.
So there was no pre-discussion with any official in the country.
현재는 그 제안을 하기 위해서 이 자리에 왔고 내일 실질적인 그 한국에서 비행기로 싣고 두 대의 바이크가 있습니다. 하나는 7년 이상 된 그 노후된 오토바이를 이제 컨버전 재제조를 해가지고 가져왔고요. 하나는 새로운 전기 오토바이에 파워트레인 기술을 적용을 했고 이것을 로드 테스트를 통해서 실질적으로 저희들이 기술 검증을 하고 그 결과를 가지고 또 정부에 임한된 부서나 관계 쪽에다가 저희들이 제안을 할 계획입니다.
Not yet, but we are planning to have a road test with a motorbike from Korea tomorrow. So after the verification of the testing, we are planning to talk with the government officials.
Thank you.
Just for clarification, earlier it was explained that every time you break, it will regenerate. How does it work, sir? It will recharge every time you break.
브레이크를 당길 때 약 1cm 정도로 모든 브레이크 작동이 가능하고 그 1cm의 브레이크를 잡을 때 배터리에서 방전된 에너지가 약 70%가 해소가 됩니다. 그래서 오토바이를 주행을 하면서 이 70%가 모아지고 해서 우리 시내 주행을 했을 때 이 브레이크 조작 하나로 적게는 약 한 25%에서 많게는 한 50%까지의 배터리 방전 에너지를 회수할 수 있는 혁신적인 기술입니다.
So once you pull the brake, just 1 centimeter, it can save up the battery. So the discharge, 70% of the discharge battery will be recovered every time you put the brake on. So with all the collected battery can be up to 50% saved batteries. We can have 50% of the batteries saved.
After 5 years warranty, what happened to the brake time?
Okay, just. 이 칩 기술은 오토바이가 5년이나 10년이나 마모될 때까지 반영구적으로 쓸 수 있는 기술입니다. 그래서 차량의 그 수명은 그 엔진이나 배터리의 수명하고 같이 갈 수 있다고 얘기를 할 수 있는데 이 칩은 그 오토바이가 폐기될 때까지 그 기술을 보장을 할 수 있는 기술입니다.
Even if after the 5 years of guarantee, this chip it's really semi-permanent. So until the motorcycle gets dumped, we can still guarantee you for the whole lifetime when you're using the motorcycle.
Total cost of what? Of the product?
배터리를 제외한 이제 모든 전기 오토바이가 이제 배터리의 가격이 한 50% 이상을 차지하는데 이제 이 배터리는 별개의 문제라고 보고 배터리를 제외한 그 리젠 파워트레인의 가격은 약 한 250불 정도 계획을 하고 있습니다.
Well, the cost of battery takes up to 50% of the whole price, but just it depends on what battery you use. So without the battery, it's about $250 USD dollars.
How many countries did you put already this technology? How many countries? Only in the Philippines?
현재 이 기술은 베트남, 인도네시아, 캄보디아, 라오스 등의 사업을 추진을 하고 있고 이번에 필리핀까지 이렇게 사업 제안을 하게 됐습니다.
Currently, we're promoting our business into Vietnam, Indonesia, Cambodia, and Laos, and this is our 5th country.
Next question.
Any more questions, friends? Maybe they wanted also to know whether this technology can be used in the four-wheel vehicles or new vehicles.
물론 일반 오토바이나 트라이시클 외에 직선이나 전기차에도 충분히 적용할 수 있는 기술입니다.
So apart from the motorcycle and tricycle, it can also be applied to jitney and electric vehicles.
For $250 without battery. Yeah.
How is the cost?
디젤 기술하고 컨트롤 모터하고 배터리를 제외하고 디젤 파워트레인 모터하고 배터리를 제외하고
Without the battery and controller.
이렇게 빠지는 거는
So how much the cost of that
모터하고 배터리를
edit the controller, the battery, and
토탈
Total.
배터리 이 바이크 전체
one set?
Whole.
배터리 토탈 코스트 배터리에 따라서 이제 그 오토바이의 가격 차이는 많이 날 수 있는데 약그 USB 우리나라 말하면 이제 100만 원에서 약 한 200만 원대 사이에 제조업가를 가질 수가 있다. 그렇지 토탈. 100만 원. 이게 1,000달러 US. 2,000달러
It depends on the battery, but the range can be from $1,000 to $2,000 USD. Yeah. Yes.
So it's depend upon the battery. It depends on the battery. Yeah.
배터리가 납산 배터리, 또 리튬 배터리에 따라서 또 배터리 용량에 따라서 상당히 가격 차이가 많이 나는데 그 사양을 또 가격이 싼 거, 또 중간, 고가 이렇게 다양하게 제품을 출시를 할 수가 있습니다.
It says that it depends on what battery you use. Maybe it could be lead acid battery or other batteries. So if you use the cheaper batteries, total cost will be lower than the one that is said. And if you're gonna use the battery that's expensive, then it can level up the price.
Any more questions?
Maybe I can assist to answer a little bit about the total cost. What they mentioned, the total cost is the current total cost because it's all produced in Korea. Okay, and as I mentioned before, that the battery is the most expensive component of the EV, as everyone knows. So if you were to produce right now, because the battery right now is produced in Korea, which is at very high cost. So as I mentioned before, we are planning to put a manufacturing plant here and to produce a battery right here. So the cost could be even half or even 1/3 of the price of the cost of battery right now in Korea. So if you were to mention, you did mention the range is between 1,000 to 2,000. The 1,000 range is the normal motors in the market right now. The 2,000 range is of course on the higher end motors. Okay, so moving forward for us, we believe that Datam will be able to produce EV motors that is very competitive pricing. Okay, as I mentioned before, we are planning to put a manufacturing plant here, but how big we do not know. Simply because we need to know the quantity that is needed. Of course, when we start a business, we put a business over in the Philippines, we will not do it at a huge scale because of course the risk involved. So what we do is that if there is a requirement of a huge amount of motor to be converted and new motors, then we will discuss and plan to build a bigger factory. We have the capacity. It depends on how much the population in the Philippines can consume. That is important. And moving forward, because of the cost of producing EV and to produce a region technology motor powertrain in the Philippines, we are planning it to actually export back to Korea. We will produce it in the Philippines and export back to Korea. We are actually engaging with the cooperatives right now. We are actually engaging with certain departments at this moment. Of course, the most important thing is to get an accreditation here. That is the most important thing. And moving forward, we hope that the government will accept our technology and be one of our main partners in doing the whole modernization of jeepneys and tricycles in the whole of Philippines. So if it does happen, we are talking right now, an average, generally speaking, there are 18 million motors and tricycles in the Philippines right now. And we are talking about time range of maybe 10 to 15 years. We believe we'll be able to convert these 80 million motors and tricycles in the Philippines if given this opportunity.
제가 필리핀 필리핀에 와서 확인을 해보니까 하루에 트라이시클이라는 3리터의 휘발유를 쓰고 있는데 이 사용자들이 1년 정도 사용하는 기름값으로 트라이시클을 전기로 개조할 수 있는 비용이 나오기 때문에 충분히 이것은 비즈니스를 할 수 있는 구조라고 생각을 합니다.
As far as I know, the tricycle in the Philippines normally use about 3 liters a day, and that is about 60 to 70,000 pesos a year, which is a cost that can convert a conventional tricycle into electric cycle.
그리고 필리핀 정부나 국민들한테 꼭 바라고 싶은 것은 이 기후변화에 대한 부분은 생존의 문제고 이 오토바이를 전기로 바꾸는 부분은 상당히 중요한 일입니다. 그리고 최종 소비자들이 이런 단계를 거쳐서 이 전기 바이크는 비싸게 공급되어서는 절대 안 됩니다. 그러기 위해서는 지금 현재 지방정부한테 위탁되어 있는 이런 지푼이나 트라이시클에 대한 지방에서 관리하고 있는 부분을 중앙정부에서 통제를 해서 좀 일괄적으로 국민들한테 좋은 조건으로 보급이 될 수 있도록 그런 정책을 펼쳐주시기를 권유드립니다.
We're here with a public interest to respond to climate change. We're here to suggest technology transfer and create a new industry here. Most of the profits will be reinvested in a virtuous cycle of the Philippines people and climate change regarding technology. Registering a carbon-free island with the UNFCCC as a CDM will benchmark the world and serve the interests of the Philippines. And I'm sure this will be a significant project for your future and history, and all of these results will be a blessing for the next generation of the Philippines. Thank you.
Take some few photos.
Photo ops.
Nice. Okay.